Hi, my name is Pete Masline. I'm the dairy manager here at Hemdale Farms in Seneca Castle, New York, which is right in the heart of the Finger Lakes at the northern end of Seneca Lake. Milk about 1,500 cows and farm about 3,000 acres. So all the milk we produce here at Hemdale Farms is marketed through Upstate Niagara Cooperative, and their milk ends up on the shelves at Wegmans grocery stores. So the cows here at Hemdale are completely free flow. They come in when they want to get milked. When the cow walks in, it's just like a like the scanner at the grocery store. It reads her ID off from the transponder she has. It knows who she is, and it decides whether it's time for her to get milked again or if she has to wait a little bit longer to get milked. Once they start the milking process, you see the arm come underneath that cow. There's mechanical brush arms that come on. There's a hydrogen peroxide solution on there, so we've got a cleaning agent plus the mechanical action of the brushes to clean the teats off, make sure they're good and clean. When it's ready for the milk cups to be attached, you'll see the little laser light will come on and map those teats so it can attach those cups, do that fine-tune attachment, put the cups on right where they need to be. As that cow is getting milked, her milk is actually being scanned, so we know if she might have an infection or if her body temperature is high and she might be getting a little sick. We also know her butter, fat, and protein content of her milk. So if there's an abnormality and we want to separate that milk, that robot can make that decision and that milk does not go with the rest of our milk in our bulk tank. And if that cow happens to be a cow that's on antibiotic, the robot already knows that her milk gets diverted to a completely different place. It never gets in with our saleable milk. And then at the end of the process, each cup comes off individually, and then when she's completely finished, you'll see a spray that goes up. That's an iodine spray. We just want to put that iodine antibacterial film on there to replace the milk film that was left from the milking process to make sure she doesn't get any bacteria in her udder to cause any health issues for her. And so that's how we guarantee we've got fresh, wholesome milk every day leaving the door. We always talk about milk in pounds of milk. So our average cow produces about 87 or 88 pounds of milk, which would be the equivalent of about 10 gallons of milk. So basically, the average cow at Hemdale Farms is producing 10 gallons of milk that you can bring home and put on your table. So every cow really feeds several families every day. So for us, it's very important to keep cows comfortable. We make our living by getting milk from cows, and the only way to do that is to give them a comfortable place to stay, provide them plenty of fresh feed and water. Our cows actually sleep on water beds. It's a water bed mattress. Like, we kind of call this like almost like a hotel. They sleep on water beds. We change their bedding twice a week. We make their beds 3 times a day, and then we provide fresh buffet for them every morning. So we have a weekly herd health check with a veterinarian, checking for cows' pregnancies. Also, any cows that are not feeling well on that day, we'll have him look at. We also have on-staff herds people that are very well trained and know how to treat most problems with cows. All of our cows get their feet trimmed 3 times a year. We've got a nutritionist that comes every week. This diet that the cows get is it's called a TMR. And we blend forages and commodities and grains together. Every mouthful is balanced right down to the very smallest nutrient. It's a lot better balanced diet than we feed our own kids at home. There are no antibiotics in any milk, no matter what the labeling says. You can be assured that there's no antibiotics in any milk here on the shelves. We do occasionally have to treat a cow that's not feeling well. There's different diseases cows can get, just like people. Anytime a cow is treated, she's moved to a separate pen. Her milk is separated from the rest of the herds. And then every antibiotic that we might use has a specific label on it. We follow those labels. There's a duration of time that we cannot ship any milk from that cow. We adhere to those labels, plus we test that cow before she goes back into the milk tank. And then when our milk truck driver comes, he tests the farm before it gets loaded into his milk truck. And when it gets to the milk plant, it gets tested again. So everybody should feel very comfortable that there's absolutely no way that antibiotics can get into the supply of milk that you see here on the shelves. So here at Hemdale, we're always trying to think of ways to reduce, reuse, and recycle. And one example of that is the bedding that we use for our cows. Twice a week we come in and bed these stalls with recycled cardboard, paper products. All those Amazon boxes that show up on your doorway that you end up throwing in the recycling bin, some of those come back here as bedding for our cows. So here at Hemdale, we're all about healthy soil and healthy cows. Those are the two things that we need to ensure that we make our own living, and that's the most important thing to leave behind for the next generation.